so let's say you're going to stop the bike and you're going to be away from the bike and you want to make sure nobody steals it, okay? Number one, we have the kickstands. The kickstands prevent the bike or we will not need a bike rack. You can simply put on this kickstand, it's good to go. Okay? Then you're going to remove the key. As I've said to you, please don't lose the keys. This is very important. $250 if you lose the key. It's very, very important. Okay? The bikes cannot be driven without the key, as you can see. No way to turn on the computer, no way to ride. However, you can still pedal off with the bike. So to prevent theft, we do issue you with a lock. The bike locks are right here. And essentially, you open them and then lock around the wheel. That should be suffice for somebody not to be able to pedal away. So you just simply put the cable through the wheel and away you go. Really, really simple, right? If you can store them up, you can store it on the saddle. Or we do also issue you a backpack. This is a nice backpack. It's a cooler backpack. So you can put in your cold waters like this. You can put in wine purchases, you can put in your lunch, you can put in your crackers, you can put in your belongings such as your wallet and other items. So you can put your wallet in there. There's also a pouch in the front for that. You can put the locks in the pouch. You can put waters on the side. So this is really, really handy for you to be able to carry with you while you're enjoying your adventure. So you just see, you take that, you wear it on your back, and you pedal around. Now some of the bikes obviously do have racks as well, so you can actually even just attach it to the rack if you prefer. We provide some bungees, and you can simply, you take this, and you attach it to the rack, and there you go. So you can go like that, and then off you go. You can pedal around and enjoy your adventure with everything nice and secure. So we do provide those as well. Not all the bikes have racks, so if you don't have a rack, you're going to have to wear it if you're going to take it, or have somebody else who does have a bike in your party with a rack carry it. But it's up to you guys. But really, these are very, very handy, these backpacks, like that. Okay, so let's take a look at a different bike that's got a different computer. So come on over here. We'll talk about these computers. So you'll notice on this particular bike, again, I'm going to turn this on. On this particular bike, you'll notice that your controller's right here where my finger is. You'll notice that the center turns on the computer, takes 3 seconds to turn on. You get a different display. You get your power over there. You can get all your mileage display, your wattage you're using, and your PAS. PAS means passive assist or pedal assist system. So right now it's on 0. That means there's no pedal assist. You're going to have to pedal the bike the whole time. To get pedal assist, you're going to push 1. Now you see pedal assist says 1. You see how it says slow or eco, another way of saying it, economy mode. 2 is standard, that's about 10 miles an hour. 3, also standard, about 12. 4 gives you more powerful mode, so now you're doing about 18 miles an hour. And 5, now you're doing about 22 miles an hour. So we don't like to ride on 5, so again, you're going to ride on 1 or 2. Remember, you have to enjoy wine country and enjoy the smells and the sights. You don't want to be rushing through to the next thing. Right? So again, up and down with your pedal assist or your power. Center to turn off. Hold it down. Any emergency, just turn it off. As you see, it turns off. Okay? So turn on. That's your hooray. And then, of course, you've got on this side the same throttle. So exactly the same. It does not move. Throttle moves. Brake, back brake, front brake, rear view mirror. And here's another safety item we have. Check this out. If you hold that down, 1, 2, 3, your front light turns on, as you can see over there on the door. Show the camera to the door. Okay. Right? So you can see you have a front light. You can adjust it and so forth. Now, you're not going to be riding at night. Remember, the rental's from 11 till 5. However, by having the light on, the drivers can see you. You'll also notice that we have a rear light. Okay, there's a rear light right there. So by having the lights on, they can see you. You'll also notice that on the helmet, we have a light that you simply press right there. So we have rear lights on the helmet, as you can see, as well. So you can turn it off while you're in the winery, but you can turn it on or off or whatever by simply holding it down, right? Okay. So this is another very, very, very important piece of equipment that we issue you. This is your helmet. These are required by state law. If you're riding an e-bike, you're not wearing a helmet, they will fine you. A regular bike, not so when you're an adult. But an e-bike, you will be fined for that. There's a code for that. So you must wear your helmet. Without question. We pre-disinfect them every day, but you are welcome to disinfect your own. The same way as we disinfect the bikes between rentals, we also have the sanitization wipes for you to disinfect your own bike before you take it. That's your choice. We do it, but you can redo it. That's great with us. No problem. Okay. Let's talk about the last and final bike. This is a larger bike. Like I said, these bikes have got pretty much all the same features. It's just a slightly larger frame, a little more beach style cruising. You know, this will fit somebody 5'6" through 6'7", if not bigger. So really the bike is designed to have a slightly bigger frame. Battery's all the way in. I've turned the key. There it is. I've checked my battery power. I take my seat. I put my seat to the height that I want. I like mine a little taller. I take this knob, you can see this knob here, and I turn it so I get a nice, pretty tight saddle. And then I can tighten that up nice and tight. These do not have an adjustable front or an adjustable bar like those do. Okay? But if you come on over here and you take a look, you've got almost exactly the same controls. Back brake, change gears down, change gears up. Pedal assist, activate using the throttle. Horn honker, turn on, turn off. So one, there turns on. And you'll see, yeah, you've got almost exactly the same types of things on the display. Your battery use or energy left, your speed you're traveling, the PAS, pedal assist system, right now it's a 1. I can go to a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Again, that's the odometer, and I can scroll through. What's my trip length? What's my volume? What's my current time that I've been running? And so on and so on and so on. So it'll give you an idea of all your parameters of your ride. You'll also notice that on these bikes, you have shocks. If they're this way, and you go to push, no movement. This way, so clockwise all the way, your shocks will work. Okay? So these particular bikes and these particular bikes do have the shocks. So if you've got shocks, I also double check that the shocks are on and working. These do not have shocks. Okay. One last and final very important thing that we will do, but again, you're welcome to, is you have something called a tire pressure gauge. You can simply check your pressure before you leave. We will do before we rent it out to you every morning. But again, you can, if you want to be present and see it, you simply gauge it. And like these should be at 30. So right now, these are running at 20. So we would pump these up. We use a little pump like this over here. So we'll just use a pump, we'll pump it up. All right. On the bigger bikes, they need to be about 50. And on the medium bikes, on these bigger bikes, they need to be 50. And on these medium bikes, they need to be at 35. So you've got 30, 35, and 50. Well, hopefully that answers many, many of your questions. I hope that was really instructional. Remember, while you're riding, you always want to follow the rules of the road. Very important. Always stay as far to the right as you can. Far to the right as you can. There are not really bike lanes in Temecula wine country. You can ride on the dirt. These are designed for that. So don't worry. It's slicker, so always use your back brake only. Never your front brake. Only your back brake. Same hand as the throttle. So, because if you use your front, you'll slip over the top. So don't use your front brake. But you can ride in the dirt. Ride all the way over to the right. Always ride in single file. Never spread out across the road. Remember that. Very, very important. Also, use all your hand signals. So again, if I'm riding and I'm pedaling and I want to turn right, I can put my right hand out. Technically, if I want to turn left, I can do left like this. But a lot of people just go like this. Remember, because it's pedal assist, while you're pedaling, it's still working. So taking your hand off the handlebar is okay to make a left turn, to make a right turn. Okay? Remember, if you're going to stop for your group, you're going to want to show down for stop or stop. Again, this is technically the correct one, but whatever it takes so your group knows you're stopping. Okay? The reason you generally use your left hand for signaling is because your right hand's on your back brake. Remember, your right hand is your back brake. That's the one you're going to use the most. So, generally. Okay? Now, of course, one last warning. If you're riding a bike and you're under the influence of alcohol, you will be cited with a DUI and it will be a felony. So I'm making you aware to please not drink and ride. It is still a DUI. You cannot be over 0.08 as the California law claims. So watch your tasting, watch your drinking, but most important, have fun, be safe. It is so fun out there.